Wow, 3 videos in a week, we must be in some alternate dimension. Welcome back, Canonites. I figured I'd take a break from my normal video production to talk a bit about the Halo TV series, as there has been a small bit of news in recent months, and seeing as I haven't talked about it in, 4 years, I figured it might not be a bad time to dive back in, albeit briefly. Over the past few years, we've gotten a few minor blurbs on the TV series here and there, mostly 343 ensuring fans that it was still happening. More recently, however, we'd heard from Showtime's president of programming, Gary Levine, who said to TV Guide, quote, "Halo is absolutely still in development, still moving forward, and I'm encouraged by what we've seen so far. It's still live action, and it will definitely satisfy the fans of Halo, and I think also satisfy the drama audiences of Showtime." And this past Thursday, Production Weekly revealed that filming for what is now being called a miniseries could begin this fall. This is great news for eager Halo fans who have been patiently waiting, but, understandably, some are upset that this has taken so long, others concerned that the long wait could mean a poor quality product. Again, understandable and certainly not without merit. However, along with an update, I'd like to provide some context to what's been happening with the show and what that means. Now, I am by no means an expert when it comes to TV. All of what I know is just based on what I've read over the years. Though it has been almost 5 years since the TV series was announced, I don't really think this is cause for concern. We have to remember that when the series was announced back in 2013, Xbox was still trying to push their TV platform. 343 at the time had a fairly large network of support to help them with development of the show. When the TV show was shut down the following year, 343 would have lost that support network. Now again, I'm not an expert, I want to stress this. But from what I understand of TV shows and entertainment in general, 343 essentially lost their primary contacts in the TV industry, or at least some of those contacts. Those would need to be re-established to some degree. Further, the show was originally going to be primarily broadcast on Xbox Live. While there certainly could have been behind-the-scenes deals in place for network television premieres, a lot of old deals or talk would either have to start over or start completely from scratch. It also wasn't until 2014 that we first heard of a potential deal with the premium cable network Showtime. For some context, the deal that would create Game of Thrones started in 2006 with a formal announcement coming the following year and the series premiering in 2011. That's 4 years of development, technically 5. Halo has been in development for 5 years now, 4 if you start from when the talks with Showtime started. While such a long cycle isn't exactly the norm, at least from what I understand, it's far from uncommon either. The Pacific, a companion/follow-up series to Band of Brothers, had at least 3 years of development between the start of production and release. So my ultimate point is, don't worry too much about how long this has taken, at least not yet. The other big thing to talk about here is that for the first time, the series has been labeled a mini-series. This isn't huge news, but it does inform what to expect to some degree. Based on the norm for a premium cable series, we can likely expect 10-ish episodes or so, each around an hour in length, but don't quote me on that. I will say though, I think a miniseries is a great place to start with Halo. It means we can likely expect a solid completed story arc, but with enough strings that subsequent seasons could be ordered if the series was successful enough. Originally, the series was supposed to have connections with Halo Nightfall and Halo 5, but if that's still the case as we approach the 3rd anniversary of Halo 5 is unclear, to say the least. Taken at face value, the implication was that Locke was going to be a prominent character. However, with Mike Colter playing Luke Cage these days, it's not clear if he'd have the time to dedicate to Agent Locke for a TV series, even a miniseries. His involvement with Luke Cage was said to be a reason why Ike Amadi had to be brought in to voice Locke for Halo 5, so Colter's involvement in a TV series seems fairly unlikely, at least in any major capacity. Personally though, I'm hoping that they go for a more Band of Brothers style series, perhaps following some ODST squad during the Covenant War, with a few appearances by Spartan 2s or even Spartan 3s. However, if I were a betting man, I would guess that we're getting a post-war series with Spartan 4s and connections to Halo 6 or something. I don't mind the post-war setting, but there's just still so much more to explore in the Covenant War, and a series set during the era that defined Halo would be a great way, I think, to bring in general audiences. But anyway, that's all there really is to discuss. It's nice to finally have some solid details, and I honestly can't wait for formal cast and setting announcements. They're likely still a long ways away, but if filming does indeed begin in fall, we won't have to wait too long, I expect. So how do you feel about the Halo TV series and about these latest developments? More importantly, what do you want to see from a TV series? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching as always, and until next time, this has been Halo Canon. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up, subscribing, and sharing it around. You are the reason I get to keep doing this, so thank you, profusely thank you.